Greetings YouTube. I'm going to take you through these Swiss shorts that I took, USDCHF. Yeah, the USD versus the Swiss franc. So let me go straight into that. As you know that when I'm trying to pick trades, I use top-down analysis. Top-down analysis is getting your bias from the big time frames as you break it down to the smallest. Yes, so that you execute on the smaller ones, but your bias should be on the big time frames. And this is where I get my point of interest. So you can see that on my daily, I have multiple daily order blocks, which are my multiple breaks or multiple points of interest. There's this, I have this, I have this. As you know that if this breaks, then it will become a breaker here. And if this had broken through, it would have been a breaker on the upside. So that becomes they become my points of interest. So on the daily, I'd seen a rejection. And price had made a high and it had started making lows, meaning that they had rejected what? The level or the POI. So well and good. So you know that you're on the right track. So on the 2 hour, because this is where it started making sense, you can see the shift on the daily that happened was from this, and this was another low it made, which is a lower high. If you're thinking about a reversal, price has been making higher highs from this side, making this, and then there's a reversal here, and then price has failed to break through it as this is the last high in the market, which is a lower high, to take us down here. So you note that down, you're like, oh, price is now creating lower highs on a POI. Okay, then we are going to reverse. Or if we reverse, then I'll get an opportunity in there. So once it broke this level here. This and this and this level here. Let me mark them well with lines, with a nice trend line to show you. This level was broken here, and this level was also broken here. And this was also broken, and this signifies aggressive selling or multiple breaks of structure. And this is what I'm looking for, to know that a POI is coming anytime soon, and the POI always is on the order block or breaker. And this happened right here. This was the only POI left before price mitigated it, or before any inducement. So of course I don't take the trade straight away. Once a POI is formed, price does what it wants. So the final confirmation came on the 1 hour. On the 1 hour, this is where a confirmation came in, with these multiple breaks here, with these multiple breaks of these levels. This low here was taken out, and this low was taken out by this. And with that, the only inducement that is left is up here. This was the inducement left. So we use this POI on the 1 hour. It acts as the same on the 2 hour. If I go back to the 2, you'll see that nothing changes. On the 2, it's still the same POI. You can see that clearly. So use that as our entry, and stops. You can see that stops are just above it, above that 1 hour or 2 hour order block. And guess what? Price just tapped into it, and it gave me a 1 to 6. Simple as that. I'm marking the low. the lot to be taken out. I'm not trying to catch this whole move up to down here, because that is where market is headed since we left the POI on the upside, and we are trying to find another. Well, we're trying to drop until we take out at least these lows here. So I have a setup coming up next week, this coming week here, and it's the same, literally the same thing I'm trying to use. Price has taken out these levels here, this level here, the former low here, that was my take profit, and then this other level here, and this level here. So where is the inducement I'm using? The inducement I'm using is just here. Let me go to the over 45. I think it will be more clear. Yeah, 45. You can see a zone there, a bullish candle and a bearish candle, and that becomes inducement for me. Yeah, all this is inducement now, but the POI I'm using is on this level here, and it's on the 30-minute. Perfect. It's on the 30. So you can tell that it is immediately after my inducement, and on the 30, it is a 30-minute order block. You can see I cover the whole of it, and I'm just waiting for price to come back to continue the shorts. That is my setup for USDCHF. That's my setup for USDCHF. And maybe the other thing I'm looking for is to take out these levels here, to take out these lows here. These lows here, that is, once we get triggered in, once I get that trigger, because price closed here, once I get that trigger here, I'm expecting these lows to be taken out here. Normally I would want to target up to here, but I feel like this is enough. This would give me another 1 to 6. So that would be 2 1 to 6 trades in 2 weeks. It's not bad. So yeah, that's my setup for USDCHF in the coming week. Hopefully it works out, because the market does what it wants. Yeah, thank you for watching this. You can like and subscribe, and you can reach out to me on anything. Peace.